The last question, I totally fucked it again. It was pretty well. It was pretty good at first, and then things started to go to shit. I don't know why. I totally understand the concept, but it's just that I didn't write the keywords and I was missing a couple points. So there we go. And overall, it's an 11 out of 20. So it's not terrible, but I'm not satisfied. But there you go. Biology, okay? So, hey, even though it's not the greatest, I could still tolerate it, right? And then let's talk about other tests that I was actually satisfied about. Of course, we have maths. I got a 48 out of 59, which is actually not bad. Olivia got a 53.5. Edward got 39.5. The dude behind me got a 48. Jordana has 49.5. Damn it. And AJ has 43. And Anne got lower than me. And Hector was better than Jordana. And Leo has 51. Which is something that I was kind of upset about. Because, I don't know, if there's one thing that I'm better than Leo at, that's maths. That's maths. But... And Natalie got a 48.5. 0.5 higher than me. So it wasn't great. It wasn't up to my standards, but it was okay, I guess. I didn't do pretty well in the multiple choice questions. Messed it up a lot because I was careless. But if you go into the long questions, especially the last 3 questions about circles and all, I nailed it. 100%. Nailed it. Especially the last question, which is usually the toughest question of the entire test. But I actually knew how to do it, especially that question where it asks us about the range of the value. And I nailed it. It was awesome. And I actually understood the question, and I literally drew a circle around a circle and stuff. But the other long questions weren't so good. Like careless mistakes, okay? Careless mistakes, like forgetting to write the percentage word deal thing, and classic miscalculation, and excessive units, and again, miscalculation. But still, whatever. I'm okay with it. Then let's talk about English reading. It was okay. Okay, it was okay. But once again, it's not up to my standards. It's not all that great. I got a 69 out of 78. And Leo got a 71, and then Hector got 62, Edward got 58, and before the full mark was 82, but one of the questions were deleted, so everyone's scores went down a little bit. But so before that, Olivia got 64, Jordana has 58, Leo has 75. What the fuck? Sandra got 60, Kingsley and I also got 72, and Natalie got 63 for some reason. And after that, yeah, I guess I'm still one of the best of the class, but I could definitely do better. Yeah, but still, I still nailed a lot of questions. I could just show you some right now. Nailed it totally. It was a cross originally, but the teacher ticked it still. So, yay, I guess. Yay would be the word. I'm feeling very hot right now. One sec. Sorry for the air conditioning. I feel extremely hot right now. But yeah. And then here comes the bad ones. Okay, before I was actually feeling okay about the tests, even though I wasn't too confident about it. I still think that it was not that bad, right? Wrong, it was really bad. It was really bad. Let's start off with Chinese, of course. Chinese. Yes, my mother language. Chinese. And, okay, you know, I passed. 40 is the passing mark, and out of 100, I got a 44.5. And, Jordana has a 70.5. Dean, who's usually not that good at stuffs, 73. Ernest, even Ernest, has 60. Leo has 53.5. The only person who's worse than me is Natalie, because Natalie isn't even native. It isn't even 100% native, and she got a 36.5. But yeah, I was really, really, really dissatisfied with this. While I wasn't too pissed off by it, I was definitely let down by it. And let me just show you some of the questions. So there are 3 parts in the test. Part A would be the passages, the poems that we have learned beforehand, and they're gonna test us, you know, the meaning of the words, you know, some other long questions and all. And then part B, both part B and part C are basically comprehension questions, where they give you a passage, an article, a short story, and you have to analyze it and answer questions. And usually part B, it will give you a modern piece of you know, passage. And for part C, it will give you something that dates all the way back to a couple hundreds BC and expects us to understand every fucking word. But for part A, I guess I tried, and you know, it's, I mean, it's not that bad, right? I got 4 out of 5 in this, you know. And by the way, most of the passages we have learned beforehand were also like super old passages from not even medieval times, not even antiquities, like way back. So, I don't know, almost prehistoric, I guess, I don't know. But, you know, I fucked a lot of questions up as well, you know. And then we get part B, which is very, very controversial, because right off the bat, usually for the first question in part B, we get a table where we have to fill in, you know, from which paragraph to which paragraph belongs to a part of the passage, and what's the overall meaning and I guess point and objective of the paragraph, of the part of the paragraph. But no matter what you write on this side, if the numbers were wrong, your question, the entire, okay, Scheiße. Okay, yeah, right. So basically whatever you write on this side doesn't matter if you don't get the numbers right. The entire row, this horizontal, you'll get 0. And that's why for the entire fucking thing I got 2 points. Yes! I love that. And then in the back, I messed a lot of them up. I messed a lot of things up. And then for the entire 6 marks question, I got a 0 out of 6. That's pretty awesome, right? And don't fall again, please. I know my table is small, but you don't have to fucking do that to me every fucking time. Alright, and then more zeros, which is really nice. And then more, and then we get into part C, which is a weird ass passage that I didn't quite get. So 0 and another 0 over here, and whatever. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It's all 0, 0, 0s. And I'm not satisfied with it at all. And then let's get to physics, which is actually not that terrible, but still, what? I got, okay, where were we? Right, so physics, out of 54, I got a 33.5, which is weird, because it was actually a pretty easy paper. Nick got a 34.5, Leo got 47.5, I know he's insane. Oliver has 31.5, Edward has 34, Natalie has 32, Dean has 37, and Ernest has 36. And a majority of people were, I guess, somewhere in the ballpark of 35, 30 something. I don't know, I messed up quite a number of... Okay, I thought I revealed my name accidentally. Okay, yeah, right. So basically whatever you write on this side doesn't matter if you don't get the numbers right. The entire row, this horizontal, you'll get 0. And that's why for the entire fucking thing I got 2 points. Yes! I love that. And then in the back, I messed a lot of them up. I messed a lot of things up. And then for the entire 6 marks question, I got a 0 out of 6. That's pretty awesome, right? And don't fall again, please. I know my table is small, but you don't have to fucking do that to me every fucking time. Alright, and then more zeros, which is really nice. And then more, and then we get into part C, which is a weird-ass passage that I didn't quite get. So 0, and another 0 over here, and whatever. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It's all 0, 0, 0s. And I'm not satisfied with it at all. And then let's get to physics, which is actually not that terrible, but still, what? I got, okay, where were we? Right, so physics, out of 54, I got a 33.5, which is weird, because it was actually a pretty easy paper. Nick got a 34.5, Leo got 47.5, I know he's insane. Oliver has 31.5, Edward has 34, Natalie has 32, Dean has 37, and Ernest has 36. And a majority of people were, I guess, somewhere in the ballpark of 35, 30 something. I don't know, I messed up quite a number of... Okay, I thought I revealed my name accidentally. You know, for a number of multiple choice questions, I actually did pretty well, not gonna lie. And, but again, I don't know, some of the parts were just so confusing, but it wasn't like super duper confusing, but it was like kind of confusing. I tried, it didn't work out. It wasn't 9 meters, it was 1 centimeter. And then at the end, let's talk about something. That's so shocking. So fucking shocking that I don't even feel angry or pissed off or sad about it. I was just impressed by how low I got for chemistry. I was just impressed. It's a miracle. How did I even get that low? For the multiple choice questions part, out of 20, I got a 13. What? Nick has 16, Kingsley has 18, Hector has 18, and Leo got a full mark 20. Jordana has 17, and pretty much everyone else is higher than me. Natalie has 16, Hans got 18, and what? And I got 13. Like, I was pretty good at chemistry, but I don't know what did I eat or whatever. Something happened to me, but oh gosh. I don't know. And then I thought, okay, maybe the multiple choice questions are bad, right? Maybe the long questions, maybe they'll be better. So out of 40, I got a 20? No way, right? Nick has 23. Hector has 33. Leo, for some reason, didn't do that well as well, so he got a 25. Ernest has 21. Kingsley has 34. Hans got 32, and then Marty got super high marks as well, 38. I think, what the fuck? And then Oliver got 16, and Natalie got 23. That's some weird shit happening. And overall, when you add them together, I have 33 out of 60. While most people are better than me. Nick has 39, Hector has 51, Marty has 54, Leo has 45 only for some reason, Kingsley has 52, Natalie has 39, Hans got 40, and I truly don't understand why. And so I dived deep, or dove, or whatever. I went deep into the paper, the test paper, to see what in the fucking hell is wrong. So, of course, all my concepts were right, were correct, right? So I knew if a polar substance flows down a burette and you place a charged rod near it, it will deflect because it's polar and all. So why does it deflect? Apparently, I forgot to talk about how the central atoms bend towards the rod, and I didn't get 1 mark for that. And then for the tetrahedral molecule shape, apparently it was wrong, even though I did everything right except for, I don't know, it was a little tilted, I guess. So whatever, fine, right? Okay, here's the coup de grace, okay? Coup de grace. So explain if ammonium, and explain if whatever. I'm just gonna show you. So these two molecules, and explain whether they are polar or non-polar. And I got both of them right. This one's polar, that one's non-polar, right? And yet I got a 0 out of 2 because for the explanation I wrote down the polar bonds cannot cancel each other out, but in real life I need to write polarities, and because of not writing the word polarities, I got a 0. She just zeroed the entire fucking question. And then for the other one, the dative covalent bond, I wrote down dative covalent bond. One of them didn't obey the octet rule, and one of them has an extra lone pair, so they can bond to form new molecule. And I wrote the central atom attracted to another central atom, yada yada. And because I didn't specifically write down which central atom, I got a 0 out of 2. Because of that? Really? And then for the first two parts, okay, C4H10. Okay, draw the structural formulae of the two molecules and name them. I nailed it. And then explain the boiling point of the above compounds. I was right. The concept was right, but simply because I didn't talk about their fucking shape, and I got 1 out of 3. This is the most ridiculous one. Okay, so here we have a little table, right? H2O got a very high boiling point, while all the others got pretty low boiling points, even though it increases. So they told me to compare them, even though there's already a fucking table here. Not a table, a chart, whatever. Still, I have to write the trends, and I didn't write some keywords, so they They give me 1 out of 4. Really? It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous, okay? Ridiculous. And then at the end, I got 2 out of 3 for this one, even though I wrote that much. And then at the end, it's 1 out of 3. You know, right now I can't swear because Dad just came home. So, yes, I love that. I love that. And then I got 1 out of 3 for this one because I wrote mobile ions instead of delocalized electrons when it comes to the electrical conductivity of carbon allotropes. This whole test is one big fucking stupid joke. It's bullshit. I got the concept right, but it's not a test for concept anyway. So, I mean, what am I to say? I'm just floored at how stupid it is and how few marks I've got. Now let's get to some other stuffs, right? Okay, yeah, fine, the tests, I fucked them. How about other things, like, I don't know, a social life? Yay! That brings us back to November 7th. And, basically in class lesson, like, this class, like, I'm not gonna even try to explain it to y'all Americans, but basically, we are about to have this school picnic day, next Friday, and we have to form groups. 4 groups. We need to form 4 groups, and each group has 8 persons, 7 to 8, because our class has 31 or 32 people. I think 31. And then, first thing first, Tom tried everything he could to kick me out. Once again, I don't know why, but Tom hates me secretly, and it's been going on for like 3 years now, so I don't know what's up with him. So they kicked me out, even though they still had, I guess, they still had space left. He got Nick, he got Leo, but he didn't let me in, so fine, whatever. I'll go to Ernest's group, I'll join with Ronald and Dean and whatever, right? And after that, we all went for lunch, and I was kind of pissed off because Tom hates me, and everybody didn't really want me in their group. Not like everybody was rejecting me, but it was like people didn't care about me all that much. But everyone was like serious and stuff. Everyone was like angry face, serious face, and they were acting like as if it's some sort of war, some sort of game, and they're trying to control stuff and shit, stupid shit. And then everyone's like, whoa, like something big's happening, like a war's happening. Do they even know what a war actually feels like? Like, if they actually go to war, it will be way more tense and way more lethal than this stupid ass picnic shit. So I was kind of in awe at how stupid the whole thing is. And Leo was like, my personality changed, and he was all serious and stuff, and they were all like, yeah, we were all so serious, we are professional and mature, and me, I'm stupid, I'm just lower class dude with no rights whatsoever because I'm dumb. Come on. I'm not involving in this stuff because I think it's really stupid. Even Sandra agrees with me. Why not just cancel the whole grouping thing? Why not just cancel the whole thing? Like, they were all 4 of the groups of people in our class were arguing simply because they didn't want Maria to be in their group. Maria, who's this this you know her, I talked about her, but everyone doesn't like her apparently, or more like Hector and Jordana and Anne doesn't like her. And Natalie wants to piss Jordana and Anne off, so Natalie wants to push her into Jordana's group, and that had caused a lot of conflicts. And at the end, the solution was basically to add another group, so it's 5 groups now. And yeah, I just think they're super dumb. They're just super duper dumb. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, on November 8th, when I released this stupid fucking chemistry thing, I went to the chemistry teacher, whoever marked this thing, and I talked her through every single fucking question, and yet she doesn't add me a single mark, while Natalie got 2 more. Yeah, and then for the chemistry SBA thing, school-based assessment, the experiment thing, I got a 1 out of 10. So much for, like, seriously, 1 out of 10? Is this even real life? Like, everyone's got like 8 or 7 or 6 or 9 or whatever, but I got 1 because I'm the best. Like, I used to be pretty good, and then all of a sudden they give me a 1. Like, for the first experiment, I got an 8 out of 10, I think, and then they announced that it wouldn't be, like, they wouldn't count this as an official one, and then the next one is official, and they give me a 1. Really? Great. Thanks, man. Thanks. Big thanks.